Hello and welcome back to the Sims playthrough. I've done it a little bit different. I've done it a little bit different this time, because between this episode and the last, I have actually done some stuff for the Sims. It's not been much. It's just I wanted to get through some of the boring parts. As you can see, we've got a bit more money, and I've been promoted, which I mean, about time. So what I was thinking we could do this episode was maybe move house. As strange as that sounds, or as weird as that sounds, because we haven't been here that long. But moving house will enable us to be able to increase the size of the house, obviously, and what we can put in there. So it's probably not going to be much bigger. I'm going to probably aim for one of these houses around here, so it's not as expensive. And I know there's families already in these houses, but we might just have to evict them, which sounds horrible, which is fine. They can go live somewhere else. So it is currently at the end of the day and I've just come back from work. I'm tense, so we're going to move house, and I think this episode we're just going to do a redecorating thing, because I think when we move house we're going to do it unfurnished, so it's less money, if that makes sense. So I'll move household for us, and Matty's just come back from a jog. Yeah, I thought we'd get past some boring kind of monotone bits of just playing The Sims and getting through the promotions and everything, and just getting past all of that. So our current household funds 29,000, which, if I do this, let me find a less expensive one. So this one, if we just evict these people, sell furniture unfurnished, then we're up to 16,000, and that gives us a little bit more of a mobility, I want to say. So it would have been probably more ideal for me to move out and move into a bigger house, I don't know, when we had a bit more money, but this just enables us to have a bit more space. Like, as you can see, it's got a larger area for us to actually do and renovate some stuff. So now I'm just going to enter the build mode and we can get cracking. So again, I'm going to do the cheap move of not that one, of move objects, which allows me to have a bit more freedom and everything whilst I'm moving around the house. So also in the background of this episode we do have some packs, some new bundles loading in. So we've got cats and dogs, and we've also got two others, because I made a bundle for us which we can just use. So we've got cats and dogs, dine out, and tiny living. So hopefully in the future, if you guys would like to see that, we can do some episodes on what's in those packs, maybe, if you're not very familiar with them, which I'm pretty sure some people might be, because they have been out for a while now. But if you would like to see that and just see, like, maybe, I don't know, like a renovation or something of a different house or just a random house, I'd be fine with that. I know I'm not the best at renovating houses and stuff and making them look nice or doing them different, but I enjoy doing them because it, again, as I said in a previous episode, it's relaxing. It's just something you can sit down and do. So we'll give them a similar bed, maybe different colour this time. That one's quite nice. We've got a bit more room in the bedroom, so we can make it just a bit more homey. That'll do. I never really know how to go about decorating houses and stuff, because I don't know what order I should be doing it in, really. And I don't really know, with like a limited option, because I used to have The Sims, but sadly my account got taken away. Somebody had taken it, which is brilliant. So I used to have quite a few of the packs, and then coming back into this just vanilla Sims is like a huge step back into what I used to do. And like I'd used to just sit there for hours doing this sort of stuff, like playing with the generic people, like all the people that are already in the game, and just doing it that way. Like watching them grow up and everything and doing all that, which was really, really refreshing and nice to do. And then as all the new packs got introduced, I'd start slowly building up a bundle and yeah, just working my way through them really. Which was probably one of the most fun things that I could have done in The Sims. Like, playing through it was never necessarily my... what's the word? Was never necessarily my aim. It was always just creating a house and just going through that and then changing things when they needed changing. But now, as I got more and more into The Sims, it would then come down to actually playing it to play it and watching a household develop and grow. And since then, really, it's turned into this. And it's like a refreshing thing to build up a family, watch them develop, and watch them, grow older. And again, with the new packs that we have downloading, hopefully that'll then open us up into more sort of customizable areas, like customizable options where we can have a bit more depth and length into what we can use to decorate the houses and everything. Because sometimes I do struggle to wonder what to put in. Like when I was creating myself and Matty for this series, I was a bit stumped because some of the clothes that they have in generic Sims just aren't what me personally I would wear. Like I don't know what it is, but it's just not necessarily the clothing types that I would wear. Like, I don't mean to disrespect anybody or upset anybody's point of view there, but it's just my personal opinion, and I know sometimes that can be taken the wrong way, and I don't want it to be. I want this to be a place where people can come sit and enjoy just a nice playthrough, walkthrough, whatever you would like to call it. Because I enjoy doing this sort of stuff, and I enjoy talking to people like this. Even if my voice is a bit monotone and just drags on. Which I'm sure some of you may be thinking. I'm not the biggest fan of that colour for the bed. Don't mind that. So I might just change all of these colours to a bit of a darker spruce sort of tone. It's like with, I think it's Jungle Living or something like that, where they've got some really nice shades of like the wood furnishing in Jungle Living, and I absolutely adored it. But then sadly, yeah, again, my account just faded away from me and we never saw her again. Oh. But yeah, so just be careful with your account, because I think that's where I went the wrong way. Like, my account wasn't necessarily that secure. I'd stay logged into it on a night, and I guess that just made it susceptible to people taking advantage of it and running off with it, to say the least. I love doing the little decorations, and I love that the child statue is a baby Yoda. Affectionately referred to as Baby Yoda statue. Oh, that's cute. Nice thing about this as well is we've got the second bathroom. which is why I do like this house. It's a good starter house if you have like a big family, even though it's expensive. But I guess you could just kind of like again, have it unfurnished and try and go from there. Like if you're using the money cheats to start off with, but you're not doing it excessively where you can like get the biggest house at the start, you just want to use the money cheat to get like a nice big house if you've got a big family. Like if you start The Sims with a few like parents, a few children, this would be a good house to start with. You could always just use like a money cheat. I don't know, I don't really know what people prefer, but you could use a money cheat, get, I don't know, like a couple, like you usually start off with a roundabout, I think it's between 25,000 30,000 coins, money. I don't know, I can't really remember. You usually start off with around about that much. So you could just add on maybe a little bit more and then get this sort of house, which is something I would probably suggest, just because it just gets you a head start on The Sims. It doesn't put you in an awkward space trying to find a house big enough for the amount of people that you've got in your house. And we need a light, and I might be able to put a mirror in here. There we go, that'll do. So this time I'll put a mirror in the bathroom, just for generic purposes. But yeah, sometimes I feel like using cheats can really be beneficial to you, but, you know, use them fairly, especially if you like, I don't know, sometimes me and friends would usually sometimes have a competition in who can get the furthest with their Sims, like in the quickest time. And I'm pretty sure they would use cheats to get further than me, which is fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm slightly mad, but it's fine. But yeah, if you're doing something like that, I would suggest maybe not using cheats to get further than your friend. Just do it legitly. I guess at the end of the day, it does always kind of come down to time, how much time you have. No point in me doing that. Yeah? Can we edit that bit? Are you sure? Yeah, I suggest probably doing it legitly. You know, and just have fun with it, rather than cheating your way through it. Because at the end of the day, what you're going to get from cheating your way through it, just to be further along than your friend? Not all that much, probably. I've got nothing against cheats. Like, I'm quite prone to using them myself. Especially if it's like what I said at the start, where I'm just taking a household that's already been created, already done, already everything else. And I'm trying to revamp the house or get them a bit further. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, I've got nothing against them. But if you're doing it where you're against a friend, I'd suggest just go with the flow and do what you need to do. Like, it's much more rewarding at the end of the day doing that. Now comes the tricky part, maybe finding a door. Does that look okay? Yeah, that looks okay. But yeah. So now we'll go with the furnishing. Smell. I think we'll go with this furniture. I don't mind that. That's quite nice. So it's this one. I need some light in this room, goodness. I'll just put anything random in. How do these windows look from the outside? Not all that nice. That's how. I'm just going to delete that because I'm going to do the kitchen a bit different. And I'm also going to enter a wall in here. I guess that didn't necessarily make any difference. I might change the stairs and make the stairs a bit nicer. Yeah. Really prefer it, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so I want to do something different with the kitchen, which is fine. Just want to change it up a little bit. Or I might do the... Nah, I want to do the kitchen back here. Do this. I'm going to make that full wall instead, and that. Ooh, not what I wanted to do. Okay, so change my mind on what I'm going to do. I'm going to make here the kitchen. And I'm gonna put that there. That there. And then I would like this. It's this one that I've got. Okay, that'll do. And then table wise, we can get we're gonna get some stools. Place these stools here. I need some light. Okay, so then now I'm going to actually place in a wall. Because I'm also then going to get an arch. And open up there, like that. And we need to think of a really nice, we need to find a nice wallpaper. That one would do nicely. And then flooring wise, a nice wood would do brilliant. Maybe not that. That would go quite nicely. And then for in here, we'll do possibly nice stone or something. Oh, we'll do this. That would go quite nicely. So I think what I would like to try doing is something with a half wall. Don't know if that's going to work very well though. That's my issue. I might not do that. Just do that. I might do it a bit bigger. There we go. That'll do. Oh, that's quite nice. Quite proud of that. That was a good idea from me. And then we'll get a nice colour to go with it. But that doesn't quite go. No. Yeah, that goes, I'd say. There we go. It's quite nice. Might change the flooring in here. Maybe 2. I might just change it in the kitchen, actually. And I may just place a carpet there to hide that bit of flooring. If I can find a suitable one, which I might not be able to. doesn't necessarily blend into each other very nicely. You know, I can deal with that. That's fine. So now onto living room sort of situation. And let's go with, how about put a nice bookshelf there. A nice one, let's find a nice one. It's not necessarily centered, is it? That's annoying. That just looks weird. That one will do. Doesn't have the colours that I want though. We'll just go with that. And then maybe, damn, that's quite big. I got sales award. Nice. Okay. So now maybe we can add in. I'm going to need a chess table. We'll grab a guitar and the violin for myself because I need the music. I'm going to need a chess table for logic development. But I don't necessarily need to verse anybody, I can just ponder moves, which is good. Though that does look quite sad. So I may not place that there quite yet. There. And a TV. Ooh, wrong way. And then I'm going to also need a desk. Which can go there, that'll do. And a computer. As well as the tablet, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to afford it. I can! Lovely. Alright. The only thing that we haven't managed to change. Oh, there we go. That'll do. There we go. The only thing I haven't managed to do in this episode is the bathroom, but we've already got one upstairs, so it can be left for now. Okay? So, thank you for tuning into this episode of The Sims, where we have moved house and just decorated. I feel like this was a nice change of pace. Ooh, and Dine Out has been downloaded. I feel like this was a nice change of pace from what the other episodes have been. It's not the best remodeling of the house. I could do a lot better if we had a bit more money, which hopefully in the next few episodes we will be gaining, as myself gets promoted a bit more and Matty starts to do continue to do the art that he has been doing. So thank you for joining me in this episode, and I hope to see you again. If you'd like to, I don't know, leave a comment on what you would like to see next time, or in a separate video, we would love to hear your feedback. And if you feel like it, maybe drop a like and possibly subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.